Hey everybody that's gonna be watching this on the replay. I was just sitting here like, okay, I have a good little day. Let's just make it a live and it'll be live. I always get a good couple of subscribers every time I go live. So might as well do a live when I can. How y'all weekend going? I am sitting here having a good day. I did some hot yoga this morning, did a yoni steam, did a little mud mask, having a good little day. Figured I'd go ahead and get into this review. Life, Life After Lockup, Love After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 46, Love Bombs. Let me drink something. I got a smoothie. You know, when you're drinking a smoothie, your mouth be feeling all thick. So Kim and Joey, let's go get their little silly selves out the way. They go see a divorce lawyer because remember, she is not divorced. She is planning a whole wedding and had a whole engagement party, planning to buy a house, and she is not divorced. That's it. She's not divorced from her previous husband. Joey expressed that he is concerned that if they buy a house together, that the husband would have some type of rights to that house. So that's something that he wants to bring up. So they get to the divorce lawyer. They mention, as long as you've been separated for at least a year and some other stipulations, but they met both of them, you can go ahead and move forward with the divorce. They ask if she has dipped back with the husband since she's been separated. She says no, but Joey does not believe her because he's like, she's cheated on all of her relationships but one. I said, is there one you? She except for one. So basically, they are both liars. They are both cheaters, and they just a hot mess with it. So what's next? She also mentions that the oldest son might not be the husband. It might be Joey's. However, everything has went about as far as the husband has been paying child support and been treating them child like both of them is his, and it might not be. Hello to the people that just came in. I see y'all. I'm sure y'all already see, but reviewing Like After Lockup, talking about Kim and Joey. So, yeah. Da, 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 da. The oldest child. They let her know, yeah, he still would have rights to that child if he signed the birth certificate and he is, taking care of that child. He done been in that child life. Yeah, he'll still have rights. Joey's like, I just couldn't imagine seeing him come picking up the child if it's not his child. And I'm just like, oh Lord, here he go in his fields. But they let her know, Miss Ma'am, you would have to pay child support back if that's not his child. And I think she said it's roughly like $20,000 or something of that nature. Yeah, y'all go ahead and like the video while y'all in here so it can push out to some more people. Subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of different contents, okay? So they like, yeah, girl, you would have to pay that back if that's not his child. They also tell her that, yes, Joey is right. It's a way that your husband, soon to be ex-husband, could possibly get a piece of the house. It'll be some hoops and some things that he would have to, go through, but it's a possibility. So, yeah, she is sitting there confused, feeling away, especially about that child support possibly getting gone because she live off that child support. I think she said she get $2,500 a month. So if they got to be cut in half, and not only cut in half, but what they probably would end up doing is, of course, taking away the child support for the one child, but the child that is his, well, that money would probably just go back to him to pay for the back child support that she would have to pay. So when they leaving out, Joey's just like, whatever. If it is his, we'll just, I mean, if it is mine, we'll just set up a payment plan and pay him $10 a month. I said, oh, okay, you think that's how that worked? And Joey, do he got a job yet? Joey ain't even got a job yet. Talking about some setting up a payment plan to pay something when he taking away what's probably her main income. Because does Kim have a job? Do we see Kim go to work? Now I gotta look at the little intro card when they be introducing them. It be having like their job title on there. We gonna see if it pop up while we doing this live, because that is insane. I don't know if she actually, there we go. If she actually works. I would hope so. I hope she's not solely relying on that child support. Next we got Bianca and Daniel. Dear God. Dear God. Um, mm. Daniel got a job at a moving company. The boss had a similar situation. He was incarcerated. Somebody had to take a chance on him. I think he said his dad took a chance on him. And so he ended up getting the dad's company or something, y'all. It was just a lot going on. You know, I said, Bianca and Daniel, I be halfway there. I be halfway there. So he's getting ready for work. He got on, you know, what you would wear as a mover, t-shirts and basketball shorts. She's like, that's what you're wearing? He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna be moving people. She's just like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, like, you don't have anything. I said, dang. You had to remind him that he just got out of jail and don't have much of a wardrobe. Like, yeah, that's why you should let him spend his money on buying more clothes versus making him spend it on Ubers. But we'll get there. So she asked him if she got to pick him up. He's like, I mean, yeah, if you can. She's like, well, I don't know what my day looks like. I'm like, girl, you don't work. Go pick that man up. She's over here complaining about for the last month, she's had to drive him back and forth. She's had to pay for everything and she's over it. I'm like, you the one that moved to go be with somebody that's fresh out of jail. You knew he had no income when you got with him. So for you to be complaining about it now, it's just so annoying. So he asked her, okay, are you gonna be able to get me? She don't know. She don't know what her day looked like. So he was like, okay, well if not, I'll just, just get an Uber. I was like, Lord. She goes off to like a little toy store or something, a GameStop or something. I don't know where the girl was. But she calls her friend. This is the same friend that I think it's the roommate, the girl that she told that you're jealous because I'm leaving the city and I'm going on an adventure. And she's never really had an excitement. She's never really done nothing with her life outside of being here in our hometown. And she's just jealous that I'm going on an adventure. She calls that friend. I wonder how that friend feels when she sees that back. Where you at, girl? So, yeah, she is just updating a friend on everything that's going on in her head, okay? To us, she's straight up lying. She's saying that Daniel is controlling and that if it's not his way, it's no way. I was like, um, girl, that's you. That is literally you. The projection is on 1,000. It's insane, y'all. It's crazy. She tells the friend to come visit. The friend is like, oh, do we need to ask Daniel? She said, I pay all of the bills. So, yeah, I don't have to ask him anything. I'm free this weekend. You should come out. She's so delusional. She's so ridiculous with her recount of their relationship and how she's just bad mouthing Daniel as if he is over there being some heinous individual. It's just crazy. So she's also mad that he has not proposed yet. I'm I'm wondering what's going through the friend head. I wish she was in town so where the friend could get a little confessional to where she could be like, I know Bianca, does over exaggerate a bit. I want to see what the friend is thinking. So, yeah. Bianca goes on to say she feels like he love bombed her and he is taking advantage of her. I said, Bianca, the call is coming from inside of the house. This is how you're doing him. You love bombed him. You was putting money on his books while he was in jail. He gets out. You got a whole place set up. It ain't like he living with his mama and then y'all. So People gonna watch on the replay. You ain't gotta zoom in like that. And people, so he got out. She taking advantage of him and his need for something and a place to stay and everything. So y'all, that's fine. Shit. Let's see. He's at work. He gets off and he calls her 7 times trying to get a ride. I'm like, okay, you already agreed that you would get an Uber. Don't blow her up now. She's over there, like I said, in like GameStop or some type of comic book store. She buys some figurines or some little gnomes or something that she takes home to him and is like, yeah, we can do this together. We can paint together. He's like, girl, you spent $130 on this crap. Get it away from me. He's concerned about her spending, but she's like, I got plenty settlement money, so I ain't worried about it. Justine and Michael, they ain't really have much going on. We can get them out the way in like a minute. They still arguing about who would get the older children. If we blend the family, why would we unblend the family if a little piece fell out the blender? I said, not that you calling her possibly dying during childbirth a little a little piece falling out the blender, but I get what he was trying to say. She's standing tall. She's standing on business, 10 toes down on I would want my daughter there. She's like, you're blowing up. Look at what just happened a few days ago and how you blew up and you punching holes in the walls, but you doing that while I'm here. So if I'm not here to calm you down, how many more holes would have been punched in the wall? You feel me? So y'all, serious moment. His mama house burnt down. I said, dang, what's up with all these house fires? First we had Zaria's mom's house burning down, and now we got, well, not burning down, but catching fire. And now we got Michael's mom house catching fire. So the mama is coming to stay with them, but they have not told her that she's pregnant. So she get there and she is shocked. Zaria and Troy, they go to a dispensary. I said, yeah, I figured because the way he was on the corner with his homeboy just blowing it down, I said, they somewhere where it's got to be legal. She's showing him the different stuff. Oh, they got the regular bud over here, the pins over here, this and that over there. They pick what they gonna do. He said, yeah, I can't wait to do this stuff. I'm trying to get higher than my mama. I said, not that your mama is the reference point of high, but I get it because we saw Miss Karen sitting there like, I done took 3 gummies on the way to church. On the way to church, y'all. So she's like, let's go to I like getting high in the forest. I said, y'all going to a gazebo in the park. This is not the forest, my dear. But she thanks Troy for adopting her son and really being a father figure for him. She also lets us know that she was on birth control, but it was causing her to break out really bad. I said, it makes sense because when we first saw her on the last little series, her skin was really, really bad. And I said I thought it was clearing up on this series. So she was probably coming up off that birth control because it was just doing too much on her system. But she ain't told him that yet. So he's still out here rowing and risking, and she just, letting it happen. So they talk about kids because, hey, that's what happens. But he wants to be more financially stable. And I'm like, yeah, girl, because y'all ain't got no jobs right now. Y'all ain't got no income. Y'all messed up the grant money. Did you spend the grant money on all them gifts and stuff that you was giving him? I'm wondering. So he wants to be financially stable because they not getting paid from work, don't have a way to pay they rent. So of course he's just like, I don't know about that. So he's about to spend some one-on-one time with her son, but she's worried about if he gonna have a tantrum or not. I'm like, girl, Troy probably real calm and chill with that child where you on 1,000 and that boy just be mirroring you. So if he just mirroring Troy's personality, I think they're gonna be just fine. But they don't even get to their little father-son date because his mama calls and she's like, we got a problem. We got a problem. Next, we'll get to Teeny and Rob. He's ready for a baby, but he wants to be a trucker. I'm sorry, that don't make sense in my head. Yeah, I'm very judgmental when it comes to people wanting a newborn baby but working in certain professions and expecting somebody else to just, oh, well, I gotta work, so you gonna be doing that. No, but I get that he does want a biological child. But Teeny basically has PTSD from having to raise her two children alone. So she's just like, I don't know about that. Mind you, they ain't said nothing about no ring, nothing about getting married or nothing. Like, wait, they're already married, right? Yeah, they're already married. They're already married. So he's ready for a child. We've been married. I ain't got no biological kids. I think Teeny is about my age, like 35, 36, or something like that. So there is biological clock factor where you can't just be waiting to see what goes on. Like, poop will get off of the pot, okay? So that's where they at. He goes to see his dad. They have a good relationship. The dad did come and see him a couple of times while he was in jail, but not much, but still more than his mama. The dad had some cases on him too and was actually wrongly convicted of murder in his teen them wild days. He was talking about how even though he was cleared of that and they retracted not retracted, but they said he was cleared of it, it's still articles and publishings of writings of him as if he did this crime. So he has to live with that, and he always kind of felt a way about having to live with that. Um, they don't say how long it's been since she told us that she would get a job in 2 weeks. But however long it's been, Teeny does get a job as a paralegal, and they go out for date night. We see the kids. She's telling the kids that she ordered a pizza and they headed out. The kids are so cute. I love the kids. They just seem to be so good and well mannered, and they love each other. The little boy is attached to his big sister hip, and they in the room watching TV. They go on this date. We don't see them eat no food. We don't see no food get on the plate, the table. Did they even get drinks? Was they just drinking water? They just went and filmed this scene and went right back. I said, y'all didn't even get a little appetizer. What is happening? Lastly, let's talk about Brittany and Rock. Y'all, they are about to elope. They are hand in hand. Pastors there. Were they like on the river or something? I feel like I remember seeing some water. And she's like, I gotta tell you something. They have a little aside, and she tells him what the PO said, how they don't think that it would be a good idea for them to get married. And then she basically says that she don't want to do it this way anyway. They ain't got no family there. She didn't really want no elopement. She want a big fancy wedding. So, like I said, I think it's more so of the family than the PO, because what is the PO going? How you gonna dang it against me that I'm getting married to my partner that I done been with for 4, 5 years? Talk about some, oh, well, they would be cautious of defrauding. Okay, well, even if they cautious of that, baby, I can take them footage of when we first got on this show when I was living with his mama. So that's my family, and my support is in Texas. So I need to go where my family and my support is, because that's where I was released to. Well, I don't even think she put the address down that she was actually at with his mama house, and that's part of the problem, because they said when she came out, she was like, they didn't approve this address that I was at, but this is the address I gave them. I wasn't there. So I'm thinking that's what happened. But I feel like if you explain it all, and even if y'all do or don't get married, why should it penalize y'all when y'all been together? So Rock is pissed. He's like, girl, you are something else. you are something else. And he's like, man, I just be trying my hardest to make you happy. Baby, the way Rock was doing that, slow tire looking at Brittany, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was about to backhand her. I really did. And I was like, no, not another abusive relationship. Don't be a stereotype, guys. And I feel like I can say that because I am a part of the LGBTQ community. And there is a stereotype that, same-sex relationships, because it is same-sex, people feel like it's okay to put their hands on each other. You know what I mean? It's different dynamics than man and woman or some stuff. So I was just like, oh Lord, calm down, Rock. The cameras is out here. But Rock, they go on a walk later on, because they just go home and just be after that. But I guess they change clothes. It might be the next day. It might be the same day. They go for a walk to kind of talk about what's going on. Rock is he's ready to go because he's paranoid. He don't want nobody calling the cops on them. They outside arguing. She's like, he want to catch me on a bad day, then I'm gonna give him a bad day. I was like, Lord Jesus, these two little immature crazy kids. Key Rock said, I'm gonna just go to Texas because I'm gonna go. You said we need the money, right? She's mad. He need that space. She ain't letting him go, even though just last episode she told him that he need to go ahead and go to Texas to get this money because they got two rents to pay. But now she's not with it because she don't want him leaving mad. And I can get that too, but it's like, girl, you don't always get your way, baby girl. So like I said, they outside walking, having this heated argument and all of this. And she tells him she wants him to wait at least a week or so to see if she can get approved or see what the PO says. And I'm just like, didn't the PO just tell you what they said? She just want him to stay there for a while because that's what she want. But I'm like, does Brie even work? Like, does she work? Because I feel like on her intro card it said unemployed. And I'm like, that's probably part of the reason why Texas ain't trying to accept you now, because you ain't really doing nothing to pay back the restitution that you owe. I know you ain't depending on Key Rocks to be working, paying bills, paying rent, and paying back your restitution. Like, somebody tell me if she really unemployed, like the little intro card say, or did they not update it? You know what I mean? But that's it on this episode of Love After Lockup. Make sure y'all like the video. Let me know what y'all think about this episode. And let me know if Brittany work or not. If she work, let me know. Let me know. Correct me. Make sure you let me know. But I don't think that she ever mentions working. But we'll see where everything goes next week because pretty much half the stories is left on a cliffhanger. So, like the video, thumbs up me, comment, let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And that's it. Bye bye.